YH8 Racing is P4. Todd from New Zealand is P3 on mediums. Jason Short from New Zealand is P5 on mediums. That Canadian guy is P1. Jason Short in Quebec corner is P3. Best lap is a 2:10.299. YH8 Racing in turn 1 is 5th. That Canadian guy in Quebec corner is P1. Best lap is a 1:18.959. Todd in White's corner is 4th. Best lap is a 5:24.204. Johnny Prince from New Zealand is P9 on mediums. Wiremu is 8th on mediums. YH8 Racing in Quebec corner is 4th. Best lap is a 1:38.254. Johnny Prince is P9. Jason Short in Quebec corner is P3. Best lap is a 1:18.613. Todd in Quebec corner is 4th. Best lap is a 1:19.300. Illis from New Zealand in White's corner is 9th on mediums. Johnny Prince in the SEs is P7. Best lap is a 124.133. Todd from New Zealand in turn 1 is P4. Best lap is a 118.890. Johnny Prince is 6th. Best lap is a 122.248. That Canadian guy from Canada in turn 4 is 2nd. Best lap is a 118.027. Todd in the SEs is P4. The qualification session is at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park in Bowmanville, Canada. That Canadian guy from Canada is P1 on mediums. Jason Short from New Zealand is P3. Jonathan Rosser from New Zealand is P6 on supers. That Canadian guy in Quebec corner is P10. Jonathan Rosser in Mario Andretti straightaway is P6. The race dictator from New Zealand in turn 1 is P1 on mediums. The race dictator is up 1.90 in turn 4. 10 minutes remaining in the session. The race dictator is up 2.25 in the SEs. The race dictator improved his first with a 118.252. Todd from New Zealand is 4th on mediums. Todd improved his third with a 119.268. 1.016 off pole. Johnny Prince from New Zealand is 7th on mediums. Johnny Prince improved his P5 with a 120.315. 2.063 off pole. The race dictator is P1 up 0.13. The race dictator is up 0.56 in the SEs. The race dictator is provisional pole with a 117.732. YH8 Racing is P7 on mediums. YH8 Racing improved is P7 with a 120.478. 2.746 off pole. YH8 Racing is up 0.07 in Quebec corner. YH8 Racing is up 0.46 in Mario Andretti straightaway. Chris Butt from New Zealand in the SEs is P3 up 0.15 on mediums. Johnny Prince in White's corner is 6th. Johnny Prince improved is 5th with a 120.117. 2.385 off pole. Jonathan Rosser in White's corner is P8. Jonathan Rosser improved is 8th with a 123.289. 5.557 off pole. Johnny Prince in Quebec corner is 5th up 0.18. YH8 Racing is 7th up 0.32. YH8 Racing improved is P6 with a 119.670. 1.938 off pole. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Johnny Prince is P7. Johnny Prince improved is P7 with a 119.891. 2.159 off pole. Jason Short is P6 on mediums. Best lap is a 118.527. 0.795 off pole. The race dictator in the SEs is P1. Best lap is a 117.732. Chris Butt is 3rd up 0.25. Jonathan Rosser is P10 up 0.54. Chris Butt in White's corner is 3rd. Chris Butt improved is second with a 117.851. 0.119 off pole. Johnny Prince from New Zealand in Quebec corner is 8th up 0.11. Wiremu in the Essies is 3rd up 0.23 on mediums. Wiremu improved his P3 with a 118.165. 0.433 off pole. Jason Short is 6th up 0.36 on mediums. Jason Short improved his P3 with a 117.924. 0.192 off pole. Illis from New Zealand in Moss corner is 9th up 0.35 on mediums. Illis is up 0.32 in the Essies. Illis improved his 8th with a 119.721. 1.989 off pole. Illis is up 0.29 in Clayton corner. Jason Short in the Essies is P3 up 0.20. Illis in turn 4 is P8 up 0.48. Illis is up 0.62 in the Essies. Illis improved his P7 with a 119.139. 1.407 off pole. YH8 Racing is 8th up 0.35 on mediums. The qualifying session is now in overtime. YH8 Racing improved his P8 with a 119.506. 1.774 off pole. Todd in Quebec corner is 4th up 0.29. Chris Butt is second on mediums. Best lap is a 117.851. 0.119 off pole. The race dictator is P1. Johnny Prince in turn 1 is 9th. Best lap is a 119.876. 2.144 off pole. Broadcast bot is 20th. The race session is at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park in Bowmanville, Canada. Todd from New Zealand is P4 on mediums. The race dictator is first. Chris Butt from New Zealand is second on mediums. Jason Short from New Zealand is P3 on mediums. 30 minutes remaining in the session. Race start. Jason Short passed Chris Butt for second. Wiremu is third on mediums. Jason Short in Quebec corner is second. Wiremu in Moss corner is third. Jason Short in Mario Andretti straightaway is second. Chris Butt is fourth. Jason Short in turn 1 is P2, 0.8 behind the race dictator. That Canadian guy from Canada is fifth on mediums, 0.4 behind Chris Butt. Jason Short in Moss corner is second. Best lap is a 1:23.376. 0.806 off the fastest lap. That Canadian guy in Mario Andretti straightaway is fifth, 0.6 behind Chris Butt. Jason Short in the Essies is second, 1.0 behind the race dictator. Wiremu in turn 1 is P3, 0.5 behind Jason Short. That Canadian guy is P5 on mediums, 1.1 behind Chris Butt. Wiremu in Moss corner is third, 0.5 behind Jason Short. Chris Butt from New Zealand in Mario Andretti straightaway is fourth, 1.1 behind Wiremu. Wiremu in White's corner is third, 0.9 behind Jason Short. Todd is ninth on mediums battling YH8 Racing. Todd passed YH8 Racing for eighth. Wiremu in Quebec corner is third, 0.9 behind Jason Short. That Canadian guy in Moss Corner is 5th on mediums, 1.0 behind Chris Budd. Wyremew is P3, 0.9 behind Jason Short. 25 minutes remaining in the session. Jonathan Rosser from New Zealand is 10th on Supers, 0.5 behind YH8 Racing. Wyremew in Clayton Corner is P3, 1.2 behind Jason Short. Chris Budd is P4, 0.9 behind Wyremew. YH8 Racing in Clayton Corner on lap 5 is P10 on mediums, 0.6 behind Jonathan Rosser. Chris Budd is 4th, 0.7 behind Wyremew. Jason Short in turn 1 is P2. Best lap is a 1:17.755. 0.277 off the fastest lap. Jason Short is now 3rd. Illis from New Zealand on lap 6 is 5th on mediums, 1.0 behind Jason Short. Illis passed Jason Short for 4th. Jason Short in Quebec Corner is 5th, 0.4 ahead of Wyremew. Jason Short is now 6th. Jason Short is now P8. Chris Budd in Moss Corner is P4, 2.0 behind Illis. That Canadian guy in Mario Andretti straightaway is P2, 0.6 behind the Race Dictator. The Race Dictator was 1.4 faster last lap. Illis is 3rd, 0.8 ahead of Chris Budd. That Canadian guy in the Essies is P2, 0.3 behind the Race Dictator. Todd in White's Corner is P6, 0.5 behind Johnny Prince. Chris Budd in turn 1 is P2, 0.7 ahead of Johnny Prince. That Canadian guy exiting pits on hards. Johnny Prince from New Zealand in Clayton Corner is 3rd on mediums, 0.1 ahead of Todd. Illis exiting pits on mediums. Johnny Prince lost 3rd to Todd. Todd is P3, 0.4 ahead of Jason Short. Jason Short on lap 7 is P4, 0.2 behind Todd. Todd is P4. Best lap is a 1:18.532. 1.054 off the fastest lap. 20 minutes remaining in the session. Wiremu is 6th, 0.3 behind Johnny Prince. Todd is 4th, 0.5 behind Jason Short. Jason Short was 1.4 faster last lap. Johnny Prince in Quebec corner is P5, 0.3 ahead of Wiremu. Todd in Moss corner is P4, 0.3 behind Jason Short. Johnny Prince in Mario Andretti straightaway is P5, 0.1 ahead of Wiremu. Wiremu was 0.8 faster last lap. Johnny Prince lost 5th to Wiremu. Todd in White's corner on lap 8 is 4th, 1.0 behind Jason Short. Johnny Prince in turn 1 is 6th on mediums, 0.7 behind Wiremu. Todd is P4, 1.1 behind Jason Short. Jason Short in Mario Andretti straightaway is P3, 0.8 ahead of Todd. Chris Butt is 3rd, 0.2 behind Jason Short. Chris Butt lost P5 to Johnny Prince. Todd in turn 1 on lap 10 is P3, 1.0 behind Jason Short. Wiremu in Quebec corner is 4th, 1.5 behind Todd. Todd in Moss corner is 3rd. Wiremu is P4, 1.2 behind Todd. YH8 Racing exiting pits on mediums. Jonathan Rosser is 9th. Wiremu in Quebec corner is 4th, 1.3 behind Todd. YH8 Racing is P10, 0.9 behind Jonathan Rosser. YH8 Racing passed Jonathan Rosser for 9. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Todd is third on mediums, 1.4 behind Jason Short. That Canadian guy from Canada in the SEs is P7 on hards, 2.3 behind Chris Budd. Todd is second, 0.9 behind Jason Short. Jonathan Rosser exiting pits on mediums. Wyremew is P3. Todd is second, 1.6 ahead of Wyremew. Wyremew is P3. Best lap is a 1:18.320. 0.842 off the fastest lap. Johnny Prince is P4, 0.9 behind Wyremew. Todd in Moss Corner is second, 1.3 behind Jason Short. Wyremew in Mario Andretti straightaway is third, 1.9 behind Todd. Wyremew was 0.5 faster last lap. Johnny Prince on lap 13 is fourth, 4.1 behind Wyremew. Johnny Prince is now third. Wyremew in Clayton Corner is P2. Todd exiting pits on mediums. Wyremew passed Jason Short for P1. Johnny Prince is third. Best lap is a 1:19.124. 1.646 off the fastest lap. Jason Short in Mario Andretti straightaway is P2, 1.3 ahead of Johnny Prince. Johnny Prince is third, 2.3 behind Jason Short. Johnny Prince entering the pits is P3. Illisp in the SEs is P6. Jason Short exiting pits on mediums. Wyremew exiting pits on mediums. "10 minutes remaining in the session. Illisp is now P5. Todd in Quebec corner is P3, 1.0 behind Jason Short. Johnny Prince exiting pits on mediums. Jason Short is P3, 0.4 behind Todd. Wyremew is P4 on mediums, 1.4 behind Jason Short. Wyremew was 6.5 faster last lap. Jason Short in turn 1 is P3, 0.6 ahead of Wyremew. Wyremew is P4, 0.6 behind Jason Short. Chris Butt in Quebec corner is P6, 0.7 behind Illisp. Wyremew in Mario Andretti straightaway is P4, 0.7 behind Jason Short. Chris Butt in Mario Andretti straightaway is P6 on mediums, 0.8 behind Illisp. Wyremew is 4th, 0.5 behind Jason Short. Jason Short in Clayton corner is 3rd, 1.0 behind Todd. Todd was 0.8 faster last lap. Todd in Quebec corner on lap 17 is 2nd, 0.5 behind that Canadian guy. Jason Short is 3rd. Todd is 2nd, 0.3 behind that Canadian guy. Jason Short on lap 17 is P3, 0.8 behind Todd. Todd in Mario Andretti straightaway is 2nd. Best lap is a 1:18.399. 0.944 off the fastest lap. Jason Short in Mario Andretti straightaway is 3rd. Wyremew is P4, 0.6 behind Jason Short. Chris Butt in the Essies is P6, 1.0 behind Illisp. Todd is P2, 0.4 behind that Canadian guy. Todd was 0.7 faster last lap. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Jason Short in turn 1 on lap 18 is third, 0.4 ahead of Wiremu. Todd on lap 18 is P2, 0.5 ahead of Jason Short. Jason Short in turn 4 is third, 0.1 ahead of Wiremu. Todd in Mario Andretti straightaway is P2, 0.4 behind that Canadian guy. Todd was 8.5 faster last lap. Wiremu is fourth battling Jason Short. Wiremu passed Jason Short for third. Todd is P2. Jason Short in Clayton Corner is fourth, 0.7 behind Wiremu. Wiremu is second. Chris Butt in Moss Corner is P4. Best lap is a 1:17.851. 0.396 off the fastest lap. Wiremu on lap 19 is P2, 0.3 behind that Canadian guy. Chris Butt is P3. That Canadian guy in turn 1 is second, 0.1 behind Jason Short. Chris Butt in Quebec Corner is third. That Canadian guy in Moss Corner is second, 0.3 ahead of Chris Butt. Chris Butt was 3.1 faster last lap. Chris Butt in Mario Andretti straightaway is third, 0.2 behind that Canadian guy. That Canadian guy in the Essies is P3, 0.4 behind Chris Butt. Chris Butt in turn 1 is P2, 0.7 ahead of that Canadian guy. That Canadian guy in Clayton Corner is third on hards, 0.5 ahead of Todd. Todd was 1.4 faster last lap. Chris Butt in turn 4 on lap 21 is second, 0.6 behind Jason Short. That Canadian guy is P3, 0.5 behind Chris Budd. The leader has just finished the race. Jason Short finished P1. Chris Budd finished second. That Canadian guy finished P3. Todd finished fourth. The race dictator finished fifth. Johnny Prince finished P6. Wiremu finished seventh. Illis finished eighth. Jonathan Rosser finished P10. YH8 Racing finished ninth. Announcer bot is active. Wiremu in turn 1 is first. YH8 Racing in turn 1 is P1 on mediums. The race dictator in Clayton Corner is second on mediums. YH8 Racing in Moss Corner is first. Chris Butt from New Zealand in Moss Corner is P3 on mediums. YH8 Racing in turn 1 is P5. The Race Dictator in Clayton Corner is P1. Best lap is a 2:04.300. Chris Butt in Quebec Corner is P2. Best lap is a 2:10.829. Wyremew in Mario Andretti straightaway is P5 on mediums. Todd from New Zealand in White's Corner is P5 on mediums. Wyremew is 5th. YH8 Racing in Moss Corner is 3rd. Best lap is a 1:20.434. The qualification session is at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park in Bowmanville, Canada. Wyremew in turn 1 is P4 on mediums. Chris Butt from New Zealand is P5 on mediums. The Race Dictator in Mario Andretti straightaway is P2 on mediums. Todd from New Zealand in Moss Corner is P7 on mediums. The Race Dictator in turn 1 is P1. The Race Dictator is up 6.50 in turn 4. The race dictator is up 7.00 in the SEs. The race dictator improved his first with a 1:17.298. Chris Bunnett in Mario Andretti straightaway is 6th up 17.55 on mediums. That Canadian guy from Canada is 4th up 0.10 on mediums. The race dictator in Moss Corner is P1 up 0.15. That Canadian guy from Canada in Moss Corner is P4 up 0.21. Chris Bunnett is P5 up 1.14. The qualifying session is now in overtime. Chris Bunnett is up 1.32 in the SEs. Todd is 3rd. Best lap is a 1:18.000. 0.702 off pole. Broadcast bot is P20. The race session is at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park in Bowmanville, Canada. The race dictator is P1. Wiremu is P2 on mediums. Todd from New Zealand is P3 on mediums. Race start. Todd is now 2nd. The race dictator in turn 1 is 5th on mediums. Todd is P2. Jason Short exiting pits on mediums. That Canadian guy from Canada in Moss Corner is P6 on mediums. Wiremu is 2nd. Jason Short entering the pits is 5th. The race session is at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park in Bowmanville, Canada. The race dictator is P1 on mediums. Wiremew is P2 on mediums. Todd from New Zealand is P3 on mediums. Chris Butt from New Zealand is 4th on mediums. Race start. Todd is 2nd. The race dictator in Quebec corner is P4. Todd in Moss corner is P2. The race dictator in Mario Andretti straightaway is P4. Todd is P2. The race dictator in turn 1 is P4, 0.6 behind Chris Butt. Todd in Quebec corner is P2, 0.7 behind Wiremew. Chris Butt in Moss corner is P3, 0.7 ahead of the race dictator. Todd in Mario Andretti straightaway is P2, 0.5 behind Wiremew. Chris Butt in the Essies is 3rd. Best lap is a 1:24.798. 2.274 off the fastest lap. Todd in turn 1 is 2nd, 0.4 ahead of Chris Butt. Five minutes remaining in the session. Chris Butt in Quebec corner is P3, 0.8 behind Todd. Todd in Moss corner is 2nd, 0.3 behind Wiremew. Chris Butt in Mario Andretti straightaway is 3rd, 0.9 behind Todd. Todd in the Essies is 2nd, 0.2 behind Wiremew. Chris Butt in turn 1 is P3. Best lap is a 1:17.679. Todd is 2nd, 0.8 ahead of Chris Butt. The race dictator in turn 4 is P4, 0.2 behind Chris Butt. Todd in Mario Andretti straightaway is P2, 0.5 behind Wiremew. The race dictator in the Essies is third, 0.1 ahead of Chris Budd. The race dictator is now second. Chris Budd is P3, 0.7 behind the race dictator. The race dictator in Clayton Corner is second, 0.7 ahead of Chris Budd. YH8 Racing is P7 on mediums, 1.7 behind that Canadian guy. That Canadian guy was 3.5 faster last lap. The race dictator in Mario Andretti straightaway is P2 on mediums, 0.7 behind Wiremew. Chris Budd is third, 1.5 behind the race dictator. The race dictator is second. Best lap is a 1:17.950. 0.271 off the fastest lap. Chris Budd is P3, 1.5 behind the race dictator. The race dictator is second on mediums, 0.1 behind Wiremew. The race dictator passed Wiremew for first. Wiremew is second, 0.2 behind the race dictator. Jason Short from New Zealand in White's Corner is P3 on mediums, 2.5 behind Wiremew. Wiremew is P3 on mediums, 0.9 behind Jason Short. That Canadian guy from Canada in Clayton Corner is sixth on mediums, 2.1 behind Chris Budd. Wiremew in Mario Andretti straightaway is third, 2.2 behind Jason Short. The leader has just finished the race. The race dictator finished P1. Jason Short finished P2. Wiremew finished third. Todd finished P4. Chris Budd finished fifth. That Canadian guy finished sixth. Broadcast bot is 8th. The race session is at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park in Bowmanville, Canada. That Canadian guy from Canada is P1 on mediums. Chris Butt from New Zealand is 2nd on mediums. Todd from New Zealand is P3 on mediums. Race start. Chris Butt is 3rd. Todd in Quebec corner is 2nd. Chris Butt in Moss corner is 3rd. Jason Short from New Zealand in Mario Andretti straightaway is 5th on mediums. Jason Short passed Wiremu for 4th. Chris Butt is P3. Wiremu in turn 1 is P5 on mediums, 0.3 behind Jason Short. Chris Butt in Quebec corner on lap 2 is 3rd, 1.0 behind Todd. Jason Short in Moss corner is P4, 0.3 ahead of Wiremu. Jason Short lost P4 to Wiremu. Todd in Mario Andretti straightaway is 2nd, 0.7 behind that Canadian guy. Chris Butt is P3, 0.7 behind Todd. Todd in turn 1 is 2nd, 0.9 ahead of Chris Butt. Five minutes remaining in the session. Chris Butt in Quebec corner is P3 on mediums, 0.8 behind Todd. Todd in Moss corner is P2. Best lap is a 1:17.839. 0.214 off the fastest lap. Chris Butt in Mario Andretti straightaway is 3rd, 0.6 behind Todd. Todd from New Zealand in the Essies is P2, 0.1 ahead of Chris Butt. Chris Butt in turn 1 is P3, 0.3 behind Todd. Todd is P2, 0.2 ahead of Chris Butt. Chris Butt was 0.5 faster last lap. Chris Butt is third, 0.5 behind Todd. Todd in Mario Andretti straightaway on lap 4 is P3, 0.3 behind Chris Butt. Chris Butt in the Essies is P2 on mediums, 0.7 ahead of Todd. Todd is third, 0.7 behind Chris Butt. Todd passed Chris Butt for P2. Jason Short is fourth, 0.6 behind Chris Butt. Todd in Moss Corner is second. Chris Butt is P4, 0.2 behind Jason Short. Todd in the Essies on lap 5 is P2, 0.9 behind that Canadian guy. Jason Short on lap 6 is third. Todd in Quebec Corner is second, 0.9 behind that Canadian guy. Chris Butt is P6, 2.7 behind Wiremew. Todd in Mario Andretti straightaway on lap 6 is P2, 0.6 behind that Canadian guy. Jason Short in White's Corner on lap 6 is P3, 3.9 behind Todd. The Race Dictator in turn 1 is fourth on mediums, 1.0 behind that Canadian guy. The Race Dictator passed that Canadian guy for third. Jason Short in Quebec Corner is P2, 1.0 behind Todd. Jason Short was 0.7 faster last lap. That Canadian guy in Moss Corner is P4, 1.8 behind the race dictator. The race dictator was 1.7 faster last lap. The race dictator in Mario Andretti straightaway is third, 1.0 behind Jason Short. The leader has just finished the race. Todd finished first. Jason Short finished P2. The race dictator finished third. That Canadian guy finished P4. Wiremu finished P5. Chris Butt finished 6th. Broadcast bot is 8th.